We have so many stories in our lives, but our stories are not always heard. On the Hear My True Story podcast, we tell our own true stories.
Before the white car parked, our head teacher had scattered. Looking at him, I could only see his tie that was flying backwards, waving at us, and he disappeared in thin air.
I want to share my life story. I want to share my voice with the people because I know that just a small joke I can tell through this podcast, it will make someone smile.
When you ask me what I fear most in life, I would definitely respond to you and say it's fear itself.
We are fighting for togetherness. We are fighting for equal rights. We are fighting to end injustice.
You don't have to be a storyteller or writer because, guess what? Life writes the best stories.
Hear my true story.
This is your favorite time of the week with your number one podcast.
Hear my true story.
Yes, hello, my dear listeners. Welcome back to Hear My True Story podcast. It is me, your host, Otako. Yes, what a wonderful week. Anyway, this is a wonderful mention that I want to put out this week because I want to welcome back our dear listeners. Welcome back from the break. We had a summer break for 2 months where we were sharing with you all the episodes from our wonderful created past episodes. However, I want to say we are back starting the 1st of October 2023. We are back with new stories. What an exciting news. We can't wait to share with you wonderful stories. We had to take a break so that we recharge our storytelling batteries and gather some more amazing stories from around the world. But now we are back and ready to share these wonderful stories with you, our dear listeners. First and foremost, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude to our dear listeners, to each and every one of you for your support. You continue listening to our podcast. That means a lot to us. That means a lot for us who create this content. So, what can you expect from this coming season? Well, we have an incredible lineup of stories that we would like to share with you. These stories that will make you happy. Some of these stories will inspire you. Some of these stories will make you laugh. I mean, we have got all of it that you are waiting to listen to.
With you every week. Hear my true story.
But remember, this podcast is not just about us. It is about you too, We want to hear your stories, your experiences, your thoughts. So don't hesitate to reach out to us and share your own stories, your own true stories with us. You can connect with us on our social media platforms, or you can reach to us through our website, hearmytruestory.com, or you can reach to us through our contact email here@hearmytruestory.com. So, my dear listeners, I want to thank you again for being part of the Hear My True Story family. We can't wait to embark on this new storytelling journey with you. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired, entertained, and moved by the incredible stories that await. So, my dear listeners, stay tuned for our first episode of Season 4 on Hear My True Story podcast, coming your way next week. Until then, remember, Everyone has a story, and we can't wait to share yours. Welcome back to Hear My True Story podcast. It has been me, Otako, your host. I can't wait to have you again next week. And I would like to say bye for now.
We not only have voices for a podcast, but also faces for YouTube. Don't miss your next episode. Hear my true story.
Thank you for listening to our podcast, Music by Edwin Matovo, hosted and produced by Otako. Subscribe to our podcast for more stories and visit us on our website, hearmytruestory.com, for more stories. All the links are listed in the show notes of this podcast.